Hi students, limits 7th session. One problem we have, that is if an plus bn plus cn is equal to 2n plus 1, it is an plus bn plus cn is equal to 2n plus 1. Next, comma an bn plus an cn plus bn cn is equal to 2n minus 1 and an bn cn is equal to minus 1 and an is less than bn less than cn for limit n tends to infinity n into an. n into an is equal to what they are asking here. Then see, first point, we have three informations we have. One is an plus bn plus cn is equal to 2n plus 1, an bn, an cn, bn cn is equal to 2n minus 1. This is second one. And the third one is an into bn into cn is minus 1. This is the three hints they are given. Now what they want, limit n tends to infinity, n into an is equal to what they want. Before that, we need some information. We have the one cubic equation, x cube minus x square into alpha plus beta plus gamma plus x into S2. S2 can be written by alpha beta, beta gamma plus gamma alpha minus constant S3 alpha beta gamma is equal to 0. This is the cubic equation. This is also can be written by x cube minus S1 into x square plus S2 into x minus S3 is equal to 0. Right? Sir, what is S1? Compare these both. S1 is equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to S2 means alpha beta, beta gamma plus gamma alpha. S3 means product of the roots alpha, beta, gamma. This is we have. By comparing this one and this one, let us take alpha is equal to an, beta is equal to bn, gamma is equal to cn. So then automatically, by depending on that, S1 is equal to 2n plus 1, S2 is equal to 2n minus 1, S3 is equal to minus 1. This is we have. By depending on this one, I am preparing these values from the given information. Okay, now what do you want here? For depending on this one, apply here, then we get one cubic equation, that is x cube minus x square into sum of the roots, that is S1, that can be written by 2n plus 1. Next plus x. X can be written by x into S2, it is S2 means 2n minus 1. Next S3 minus of minus 1 is equal to 0. After then we get here x cube minus 2n plus 1 into x square plus 2n minus 1 into x plus 1 is equal to 0. Right? Now what to do here? See, what are the factors? How many roots we have? Cubic means almost it is 3 roots we have. Out of 3 roots, we will check one trial error and error method. Trial and error method, put x is equal to 1. Put x is equal to 1. Then we get here 1 minus 2n minus 1 plus 2n minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0 or not. Check it once. Plus 1 and minus 1 will cancel, and this minus 1 and this plus 1 will cancel. Next, plus 2n and minus 2n will cancel, is equal to 0. Both are equal to 0. Right? So that means 1 is the one of the root. We need get another 2 roots. How to get another 2 roots that? See here, by using this one, we solve remaining 2 roots. X cube quotient 1, x square quotient is minus of 2n plus 1. X quotient is 2n minus 1. Constant is plus 1. Constant is plus 1. Write down what is the factor we have. One factor is 1 root is 1. So write down 1 only. Right. Next what we do, here we consider as 0. Right. Now 1 plus 0 it is 1. 1 into 1 plus 1. This is minus 2n minus 1 plus 1. That means minus 1 and plus 1 will cancel. It is minus 2n. Next, minus 2n into 1. This is minus 2n. Plus 2n minus 2n will cancel. Then minus 1 is the remaining value. Right? Next one is 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. 1 plus minus 1 is 0. 1 plus minus 1 is 0. Then what we have here? See, this can be written by x minus 1 into here, this is x square minus 2nx minus 1 is equal to 0. Now from this one we need to find the factors by using x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Apply in that in the place of b minus 2n, minus or minus plus 2n plus or minus under root of 4n square minus 4 a x square quotient it is 1, c constant it is minus 1, minus into plus minus, minus into minus it is plus it is, then automatically 2 into 1 it is, then we can take 4 from the root outside, it will get outside, then we get it is 2. Then here what we have, 2n plus or minus 2 into under root of n square plus 1 whole divided by 2. Then 2 take outside, 2 will cancel, these 2 also will cancel. Next, what is the remaining we have? N plus or minus square root of n square plus 1. That means what we have here? See, total 3 roots we have. One is a n, another one is b n, another one is c n. Right? Now, a n value how much it is? It is, like, we don't know exactly. B n value we don't know. C n value we don't know. But 3 roots we have, that is 1 n plus square root of n square plus 1. So we will take 1 n plus square root n square plus 1. Another one is n minus square root n square plus 1. This is, we have the 3 roots. Sir, an is equal to 1 now we don't know. Why? Because by depending on this condition, the least value is an, highest value is cn. From this one, which is the least value, we don't know exactly. So first of all, which is the least value, we can identify that. We know one condition here, one condition that root of n square is less than of root of n square plus 1. That means n is less than of under root n square plus 1. So that means this is the least value comparatively this one. That means this can be taken as higher than the n. So least minus higher, then we get it is a negative value. This is positive value. This is also positive value. So the least value is an. An is equal to n minus under root of n square plus 1. Now what do you want here? Limit n tends to infinity n into an. An means n minus under root of n square plus 1 whole divided by 1 we should take. Sir, what to do here? In the last earlier sessions we have done any root, two roots or one single root we are getting, then we'll do one method, that is rationalize. By using rationalize method, n plus under root of n square plus 1 by n plus under root of n square plus 1. Then a minus b into a plus b, a square minus b square it is. So limit n tends to infinity, n is outside, this is n square minus root will cancel, minus n square, minus take inside, then this is the value whole divided by n plus square root n square plus 1. N square and n square will cancel both. The remaining we have here limit n tends to 0 minus n by n into n plus root over n square plus 1. Here check one thing, degrees are equal. Degrees are numerator and denominator degree both are equal. Then the result is what is the quotient they have, that is the answer. So here answer is minus 1 by 1 plus root 1, that is equal to minus 1 by 2 is the answer. So finally for this one we have the answer is minus 2. Right? Next one more question we will take. This is for JE, very important problem. Just verify everyone. Right? Next one, it is very small question. Next question is very small one. Already everybody they know, I think. It is a question is, if limit n tends to 0, sorry, limit x tends to 0, f of x by x square is equal to 2, then limit x tends to 0, f of x by x is equal to how much? This is the question. Then how to simplify this one? See here, this is the hint. The given hint is this one. We need value is limit x tends to 0, f of x by x value we need. I'll do one thing here, multiply and dividing with x. Then limit x tends to 0, f of x by x square into x. Already they given this total value is 2 it is. So 2 into limit x tends to 0, it is x. That means 2 into 0, result is 2 only. Sorry, result is 0. Result is 0. Next one, another question it is, the next question, limit extends to a. Limit extends to a. F of x plus g of x is equal to 2. Is equal to 2. And limit extends to a. F of x minus g of x is equal to 1. Then find first question, limit extends to a. F of x. Second one, limit extends to a. F of x into g of x. What are the values of these? See, first one, limit extends to a, f of x value. Second one, limit extends to a, f of x into g of x value they want. Here, what they given first point? They are given two hints. Hint number 1, this is hint number 2. See, remember, this is they have the bracket. Limit is getting both. See here one thing, 1 plus 2. We'll do 1 plus 2. Then automatically plus gx minus gx will cancel. Then we have 2 into limit extends to a, f of x is equal to 2 plus 1. So, limit extends to a, f of x is equal to 3 by 2. This is the one of the first question. We can get first one. Next, second one. Before getting second one, we'll do one thing. Taking 2 minus 2 it is. 1 minus 2. Then what we get here? 1 minus 2 means what? This one minus this one. Then it is minus, this is plus, automatically f of x minus f of x cancel. Next, remaining is 2 into limit extends to a, g of x extends to a, g of x is equal to 1 minus 2. That means 2 minus 1. So, limit extends to a, g of x is equal to 1 by 2. Now, what they want in the second, limit extends to a, f of x into g of x they want. That is equal to f of x value 3 by 2, g of x value 1 by 2. So, final answer is 3 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is equal to 3 by 4. Right? Next one more question we have, that is before solving problem, we'll take one conceptual law. It is trigonometric limits. Trigonometric limit. What is that trigonometric limit? How to find that? Trigonometric limit, how to find? What is that simplification? How we doing that? Actually, already know somebody, maximum they know everyone. Limit extends to 0, sin x by x is equal to 1. Sorry, is equal to 1. And also, limit extends to 0, tan x by x is also equal to 1. But actually not exact 1 it is. When at x tends to 0, then it is 1. Not exact 1. First remember that. Then what is that values, exact values, what they are? We'll check once. See, here I'll take one diagram for that. This is the diameter and this is tangents. Those tangents are passing through. Intersection point is passing through diameter, and this is the center C or whatever it is. This is the chord. This is one of the chord it is, right? Now, we'll take some names. This is A and this is B and this is C. This is the midpoint D. D is the midpoint of AB. And this is also one of the midpoint of AB, arc of AB. And this is the center. From center, this is one of the lines we can take. This is, let us consider O. Right? Now, here, first remember, arc of AB. Arc of AB is equal to, it can be denoted by like this, chord of AB. Chord of AB is equal to AB bar. Right? Next one, CA is equal to CB. Everyone they know already. CA is the one of the tangent of the circle and CB is also one of the tangent of the circle. Here CA is equal to CB. I think already everyone they know. Next, and one more, D is the midpoint of AB. D is the midpoint of AB, and the next E is also one of the midpoint in the arc, AB arc. Okay, next here we will take some conditions. We know some properties, that is CA plus CB, CA plus CB, CA plus CB is greater than the arc of AB. Arc of AB. Next, one more. AB, arc of AB is greater than the chord of AB. Greater than the chord of AB. From these both the cases, we can write CA plus CB is greater than arc of AB is greater than AB bar. Chord of AB this is. Now, what should we do here now? First of all, CA and CB are the tangents. Both are equal first point. And next, AB is the arc. AB bar is the chord of the circle. Then what to do here, first point is, we'll do one point, dividing with 2 each and every one. Then what we get here? CA plus CB by 2. That means, shall I write this is only CA? Obviously, this is both are equal. That means 2 CA by 2. 2 will cancel. It is CA. Next, greater than AB, arc of AB half. That means arc of AE. Arc of AE greater than half of AB. That means that is AD bar. That is AD bar. That is okay. Now we'll do one thing. Divide with OA. Dividing with OA. Sir, what about OA here? OA is the radius of the circle. OA is the radius of the circle. And one more, here remember one point, triangle OAC is a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. Remember, that is the first point. And next, suppose let us take here it is theta. Here it is theta. Then AC is opposite side of theta. Opposite side of theta. OA is adjacent side of theta. Adjacent side of theta. And OC is the hypotenuse. OC is a hypotenuse. Right? Now, what to do here? First point. CA by OA. CA by OA. That means opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side by adjacent side means it is a tan theta greater than arc by radius. Arc by radius means in the lower sections they know already arc by radius means angle. Here we are considering angle is theta, then this is the theta, then greater than. AD. AD means this is AD. And this is also we are one of the right angle triangle. This is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side, this is the hypotenuse. Let us take that. Then automatically AD by OA, that means sin theta it is. It is a sin theta. Then what to do here? I'll do one thing, dividing with theta to all, then or else tan theta by theta is greater than 1 or sin theta by theta is less than 1. This is the exactly correct value. Tan theta by theta is greater than 1. Sin theta by theta is less than 1. Sir, why they are taken a limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equal to 1? Then how they are taken? Simple thing. This OA can go to the nearby OC, then angle will be going to 0. Theta tends to 0 it is. Angle will be going to 0, then automatically limit theta tends to 0, tan theta by theta is equal to 1. And limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equal to 1. In generally we are saying, but originally exact values tan theta by theta is greater than 1, sin theta by theta is less than 1. Very important proof. This is we are using in the JEE objective problems. Okay. Very, very important point it is. Just observe one point. Right? Next, we'll take we'll go to another calculation. Next, now what we are saying, first of all, result number 1, sin theta by theta is less than 1, tan theta by theta is greater than 1, and sin inverse of x, let us take x, sin inverse of x by x is greater than 1, and tan inverse of x by x is less than 1. This is one of the important point. Remember everyone, sin theta by theta is less than 1, tan theta by theta is greater than 1, and it can be written by sin inverse x by x is greater than 1, tan inverse x by x is less than 1. Through graph also we have the proof for these 4. Through graph we will teach later. Right now, we will take so from that limit result number 2 theta tends to 0 sin theta by theta is equal to 1 and also limit theta tends to 0 theta by sin theta is also equal to 1 and limit theta tends to 0 tan theta by theta is equal to 1 and limit theta tends to 0 theta by tan theta is also equal to 1 and one more limit theta tends to 0 sin inverse x tends to 0 sin inverse of x by x is equal to 1 and limit x tends to 0 tan inverse of x by x is also equal to 1 it is, right? This is we have. And one more very most important it is, one most important point, result number 3 you can take or remember in the mind, keep in your mind, that is limit theta tends to 0 sin theta by theta is equal to 1 when it is these both are same, must it is these both are same. And one more condition, it is a sine of 0 by 0 it is must. Sine of 0 by 0 it is must. Suppose we didn't get sine of 0 by 0, it is not equal to 1. First point, remember that. I'll give some more examples. So depending on this one, just you check it once. Okay. Say first example, chota problems, but very useful problems. These all are. Limit x tends to 2 limit x tends to 2 x minus 2 into cosecant of x minus 2, right, is equal to what? So it can be written by limit x tends to 2 x minus 2 by sine of x minus 2. Check it. What I said in the last, sine of same by same required and sine of 0 by 0 is required. It will get or not. X minus 2, this is also x minus 2, both are same. Very good. And one more, in the place of x apply 2 minus 2 0, 2 minus 2 0, then the answer will be 0. Sorry, answer will be 1 it is. And next one more example, chota problem. This is also limit x tends to 0 limit x tends to 0 sine of pi cos square x by x square. Sine of pi cos square x by x square. Then how to simplify this one? What we need here? Sine theta by theta we need. Let us consider multiplying dividing with pi cos square x by pi cos square x. So then what we get here? Limit x tends to 0 sine of pi cos square x whole divided by pi cos square x. Right? Now, into remaining value is pi cos square x by x square it is. Okay. Now check here what we have the condition, same by same compulsory and 0 by 0 compulsory, sign of 0 by 0 compulsory. Apply in the place of x 0, cos 0 is 1. So 1 into pi it is pi, sin pi here. But here what we get? Pi into 1. So sin pi by pi we get. It will not equal to 1. First remember what we have. Sin 0 by 0 then it is 1. But it will get a sin of pi by pi we are getting. Sin of pi by pi means it is not equal to 1. Check it. Suppose it is 1. What we have remaining? In the place of x apply 0. Then cos 0 is 1. Pi by 0. Pi by 0 means infinity. It is not exact value. What is the exact value? How to simplify? Just see once. This is the not correct way. This is the not correct way for solving the problem. Then what to do, sir? Just see. Limit x tends to 0 sin of pi cos square x by x squared. This is the question we have. Right? Now what to do here? Limit x tends to 0 sin of pi minus pi sin square x by x square. Sir, how we get, sir, that one? See, cos square is equal to identity formula. Cos square x is equal to 1 minus sin square x. That is only. So, in the place of cos square, 1 minus sin square, pi take inside, pi into 1, pi into sin square. This is we get here. Right? Now, what to do here? Now, sin of 180 minus theta. Sin theta. Second quadrant, sin theta is used. So, limit x tends to 0 sin of pi sin square x, sin pi square, pi into sin square x by x square. This is we get now. Now what to do here? Now multiply and dividing with like this only. Multiply and dividing with pi sin square x by pi sin square x. Then limit x tends to 0 sin of pi sin square x by pi sin square x into pi sin square x by x square. Sir, here also we need to check. Yes, compulsory. Same by same. First point, in the place of x 0 apply, sin 0 is 0, 0 into pi it is 0. So sin of 0 by 0. So this is equal to 1. This is totally equal to 1. Then what we have, sir, remaining? Limit x tends to 0. Pi is the constant, keep outside. So sin x by x whole square into pi. This is also equal to 1. 1 into pi. That result is pi is the answer. Right? Next one. Next one is limit x tends to 0. One more problem, chota problem, but it is very, very important and some litigation is there. Something litigation is there. Just see once. Limit, very small problem it is. Limit x tends to 0. integral part of sin x by x. This is the greatest integer function. It is integral part of x we are saying. What is the meaning of that? Integral part of 1.5. Integral part of 1.5 is equal to 1. Integral part of minus 1.5 is equal to minus 2. That means below you should take. That is the integral part function calculation. Now what to do here? Limit x tends to 0. When we get the integral part, then you consider sin x by x is less than 1. That means integral part of below 1. You should write like this. Below 1. Integral part of below 1 means the result is 0. Right? Sir, suppose another question. Limit x tends to 0. Integral part of tan x by x. Then what is the value of this one, sir? It is above 1. It is above 1. So that means 1 point something. That is the meaning that above 1 means it is automatically equal to 1. And one more problem. Limit x tends to 0. Integral part of 100 of sin x by x plus integral part of 100 tan x by x is equal to what? Here also same, it is less than of 100. Less than of 100, that means below 100 it is. Below 100. This is above 100. Above 100. Below 100 means 99 point something. Integral part of 99 point something is 99 only. And above 100 means 100 point something. Integral part of 100 point something is 100 it is. So final answer is 199. 199 it is the answer. And one more it is integral part of limit x tends to 0. X tends to 0. Integral part of n sin x, nx by sin x. Nx by sin x plus integral part of n tan x by x. Then what about this one? Already I told x by sin x is greater than 1. Why? Because sin x by x is less than 1. That reciprocal is automatically greater than 1 only. And automatic next one, tan x by x is also greater than 1. That means this is above n. Above n. That means n point something. This is also above n. Okay. That is also n point something. That means n plus n, it is equal to 2n. It is equal to 2n. Right? Next one is one more important question for this one. This is very important and very useful in JEE. What is that? In last time also sometimes they are asking this type of questions. Question is limit x tends to 0. Integral part of minimum of x square minus 2x plus 3 into sin x by x. What is the minimum value of the quadratic? That is first you find. How to find, sir? Just write down here x square minus 2x plus 3. This can be written by x square minus 2x plus 1 plus 2. Then from here to here this can be written by x minus 1 whole square plus 2. So then automatically it is greater than or equal to 2. How to get, sir? In the place of x apply 1. Then this is totally 0. 2 it is. In the place of x you should take any other value. X plus 0 minus 1 whole square. 1 plus 1 2. 1 plus 2 it is 3. Automatically above 2. That means minimum is 2 here. So limit x tends to 0. Integral part of minimum 2 into sine x by x. That means integral part of below 2. Below 2. Below 2 means automatically 1 point something. That is the meaning of below 2. 1 point something means it is the value of below 2 means 1 it is. 1 it is value of that. Next one already you know this type of formulas, these all are. Next one is limit of sin x by x is 1. That is we know. Limit x tends to 0 sin of mx by x is equal to m. In limit x tends to 0 sin mx by sin nx is also m by n. Quotients only. This is you can take it is a formula, or else you should take it is all simplification. After you get simplifications also. That is also one of the point. And the next one more, limit x tends to 0. Limit x tends to 0 sin 3x by tan 4x. Direct answer 3 by 4. Sir, how we get 3 by 4, sir? If you are get any doubt, just simple thing. Limit x tends to 0 sin 3x by 3x into 3x by tan 4x. What I am done? Just multiply and dividing with 3x. Here what should I do? 4x. Multiply and dividing with 4x. This is 1 and this is also equal to 1. What is the remaining value we have here? Limit x tends to 0, 3x by 4x, x will cancel. Answer is 3 by 4. Right? Next one. Limit x tends to infinity x into sine of 1 by x. X into sine of 1 by x. Then what to do here? See, I give one form here. Apply in the place of x infinity. Then we get here infinity into sine of 1 by infinity. 1 by infinity means it is 0. Sine 0 is 0. Infinity into 0 form. Infinity into 0 form. When we get 0 into infinity or infinity into 0 form, we'll do one method. Take any one value in the denominator. That is the must it is. Always fixed. So what to do here? First point is limit x tends to infinity sine of 1 by x as it is, no changes. This x can be written by 1 by x. Is it okay? Then check what I said. Both are same must. Both are 0 must. Both are same. Then answer is 1. Remember 0 into infinity. When we get 0 into infinity, you take must any one value in the denominator. Sir, suppose it is not there. Then what to do, sir? Just multiply and dividing. What you need the value, with that value multiply and divide, then you get this one. Right? So this is the way of solving. one of the problem. Next, one more very important and very useful problem also, that is limit x tends to 0 x into sine of 1 by x. Then what, sir? Last question is limit x tends to 0 x into sine of 1 by x, but x tends to infinity in the last question. Now I am taken in the place of infinity, I am taking 0. Then what we get here? This is 0, this is infinity. Sir, 0 into infinity form, sir, this is also? No, not at all. This is not 0 into infinity form. Then what to do, sir, here? Apply in the place of 0, 0 into sine of infinity. Sine of infinity. We get this one. Sine of infinity means we know the graph of sine, it will go to like this only. Right? That means the result is 0 into closed interval minus 1 comma 1. This is finite. Remember everyone, this is the finite value. It is not 0 into infinite value. It is 0 into finite value. When 0 into finite, the result is always 0. When 0 into finite, always the result is 0 only. Answer will be 0. Remember, that is a main very important point it is. So next one, one more example I will do that by depending on that one. Question is limit x tends to infinity x into sine of pi by 8x into cos of pi by 8x is equal to what? This is the question. Sir, what to do? Apply in the place of x infinity. This is infinity. This is 0. Sine 0 is 0. This is infinity. Infinity means 0. 0 means cos 0. Cos 0 value 1. So infinity into 0 form. Right? So here check once. Here infinity. Next, this is infinity means 0, sine 0. This is infinity means cos 0. That means infinity into 0 into 1. That means infinity into 0 form. Okay? Infinity into 0 form. Then what to do, sir, here? Infinity into 0 form. When I said, when we get infinity into 0 form, take any one value in the denominator. Here, we'll do one thing. Limit x tends to infinity, x keep outside, sine of pi by 8x, multiply and dividing with pi by 8x into pi by 8x. Okay, into cos of pi by 8x. Now, check here, same by same, 0, 0. So, this is 1. Remaining limit x tends to infinity, x into pi by 8x into cos pi by 8x. Here x will cancel, then automatically pi by 8 keep outside, limit x tends to infinity. This is a infinity by something by infinity means cos 0, cos 0 value 1. The answer is pi by 8 only. Answer is pi by 8. Remember, when we get infinity into 0 form, take any value in the denominator. Sir, we don't have any value. Then multiply and dividing with that. What you need that value. Right? Next one. Next one is Same limit, same value, but tends to 0 I should take x into sine of pi by 8x into cos of pi by 8x. Then what to do, sir? Check it once. In the place of x 0, this is 0, this is sine infinity, this is cos infinity. Then 0 into minus 1 to 1, this is also minus 1 to 1, this is finite and this is also finite. That means 0 into finite is always 0. 0 into finite is always equal to 0. Just remember that, very important problem. And one more last problem is, last one. Limit x tends to infinity whole root x minus sin x by x plus cos square x is equal to what? This is the question. See, I'll take x from here and here, I'll take outside. Limit x tends to infinity root x into root of 1 minus sin x by x by root x into root over 1 plus cos square x by x it is. Right? Then what to do? What I am taking here? Whole root we have. From that whole root I am taking x from outside. Then we get this one only. Then what to do? Sir, you should take a limit inside. I forgot it in the last example also. Integral part of some limit we have, limit of integral part. Sir, we don't have any possibilities of taking limit inside of greatest integer function. It is not possible. Why? Because limit is not going to greatest integer function, fractional part function and under root of any function. Then what to do, sir? First of all, cancel these both. Then what we do here? Which is equal to limit x tends to infinity 1 minus sin x by x whole power 1 by 2 whole divided by 1 plus cos square x by x whole power 1 by 2. Then what to do, sir? Binomial expansion I said. What is the binomial expansion? Power value, any value we have, then write down here. Then limit x tends to infinity 1 minus sin x by 2x 1 plus cos square x by 2x. This is we have. Then apply the values, then simplify. Right? What we have here? The result is 1 minus sin x by x. X tends to infinity we have. Then automatically it is 0. This is also 0. Then 1 by 1 it is equal to 1 it is. That is the answer. Thank you one and all. And one more. Please see the video up to end. Thank you.